What's up guys, welcome back to the garage, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another new video. So there's no real hiding it, we have a brand new set of wheels for the M3. So I want to go with you guys into a little bit of the details, why we went with the wheels that we ended up choosing, and what the purpose is. So these are a set of Gruppe wheels, these are a set of forged wheels, these are the A05s. If you guys notice, this is kind of very similar to a OEM GT4 wheel spec. It looks basically the exact same design. And a little bit of backstory, I actually had a set on order from the dealership. I actually had two sets on order from the dealership of OEM GT4 wheels. They were running a special and I was trying to see if I could get a good deal, save a bunch of money on OEM GT4 wheels. Unfortunately, it is a little bit complicated to order BMW Motorsport parts through any dealer. Recently, there was kind of an issue where somebody bought parts that wasn't OEM Motorsport or it wasn't for a Motorsport car. They put Motorsport parts on a non-Motorsport car, made a big deal out of it. Some of the race teams got upset and it created this entirely big issue that it is now very difficult to get Motorsport parts. Have to go straight to the specific dealers, and the dealer that I was ordering through is not one. So unfortunately, they canceled my order, but I was gonna get a set of OEM GT4 wheels for this car, which as you guys know are 18 by 11 squared. So we picked up these Gruppe wheels, which are very, very similar. They are an 18 by 11 plus 30 fitment square, so front and rear, and it's gonna be an absolutely crazy fitment on the M3. So as you guys know, I already have a set of the Bimmer World wheels up there. Those are the TA5Rs, and then I also have obviously the E88s. So these are just going to be an extra track set. It's honestly a little bit better to be running my 295 AO52s on an 11-inch wheel than a 10.5-inch wheel. So we are going to mount those AO52s on here. These will just be another set of track wheels for me. I know it seems like a lot, but honestly, you guys, you can never have enough sets of track wheels. It's really useful when you're at the track if you just have an extra set of wheels to swap to, instead of having to bring a set of tires and then find somebody to mount and balance them at the track. It's actually just kind of a pain. So we're gonna get these mounted up here quickly. They are coming to the house. We're gonna mount the AO52s on it like I mentioned. We have a bunch of takeoffs ready to go on here. These should fit really well. They're gonna be a very aggressive spec. Now I have done like a bunch of tests and like run all the calculations and stuff if they should fit on the front, and we should be pretty good. The rear is no issue, not worried about that at all. But the front is where we're gonna have, you know, it's gonna be a little close, might rub a little bit, and we might have to add in just a little bit more camber. If so, I'm gonna head to the shop this weekend, and because I have SPL in the front of this car, you can move the entire wheel assembly on the car. So you can pull the whole wheel assembly in without changing the camber, because like you can just move the top hat camber, and then with the lower control arms and all the arms, you can move the whole wheel in and get just a little bit better fitment so that you can fit those super wide wheels. But 18 by 11s is going to be pretty crazy on a square setup. You guys see how absolutely wide these wheels are. I mean, they are huge. For that to be going on the front of the F80, it's going to be very cool. You can see we have some pretty good knurling here, so hopefully we don't get quite as much wheel slip as we've been getting previously. But there's some nice little details, like, you know, all of this little engraving here. These are in a gloss black. I would have preferred a flat black, but they didn't have any in stock. So I figured I'll just go ahead and get this gloss black for now. If I want, I can repaint them later, or I can go ahead and just get another set and I'll get them in the gloss black. But big thanks to Gruppe Wheels for sending these out to me. I actually have a discount code if you guys are interested. I'll have that linked below where you guys can save a little bit of money if you want to get yourself a set of track wheels for the F80. These are obviously forged wheels. They super nice details. They're very strong. They have all the testing requirements, and they actually use the same blanks, so the same blank forged bodies as the OEM GT4 wheel. So it's the same manufacturer, so good wheel, strong wheel. They have all the testing and everything you need. So we're gonna get these onto the F80, but if you guys are interested in getting a set, I'll have a link down below. You guys can save just a little bit of money, and that's always good. It's always good to save some, especially when it's on bigger purchases like wheels. They have a bunch of different designs, so go ahead and check them out and pick yourself up a set of wheels. It's one of the few companies that is selling an 18 by 11 setup with the correct offset. So you need a plus 30 offset to match the OEM GT4. Companies like Apex and stuff, they sell the 18 by 11s, but they only sell it in a plus 44 fitment for the rear, and that doesn't really work. This is perfect for anybody looking for that really, really wide track setup, and I think it's gonna look really good on the M3. So the tire guys are about to be here. We're gonna get the AO52s loaded up onto the wheels, mounted, balanced, and then we can go ahead and get them coated. You guys know I always ceramic coat all of my wheels, no matter what, even if they're just track beaters. I want them to be at least somewhat easier to clean. And especially with gloss black wheels, they actually they look pretty good, especially after the coating. They stay protected, and the coating that I use just really helps all in general with cleaning, and it lasts very well to track abuse. So we'll get those coated after we get them mounted, and then we can go for a test fit onto the M3. So I've got the wheels all coated up. They're all finished, look really, really good. They're super, super clean. I think they look really good on these wheels. I think the tires look really good on these wheels, but we're gonna go ahead and test fit them. I did already fit them earlier this week, and I put them on with a 20 mil spacer, and they are just a little bit too wide in the fender. They have a little bit of poke right here in the front. I then tried with a 15 mil spacer, and unfortunately we are hitting the collar of the coilover. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put them on the car, we're gonna head to the alignment shop, and we'll be able to pull in the entire center of the wheel in the front. And that's really useful because we have those SPL arms, we have the adjustable lower control arm, and we can mess with the camber on the top. Then we can pull the whole assembly in, get a little bit more clearance, and we'll run just a slight bit more camber. I think 3.5, 3.6 should be enough to clear, and then we will be able to solidly fit these 11-inch wide fronts with a 295 in the front of the F80. So I'm gonna get these swapped onto the car real quick. We'll head to the alignment shop and we'll get everything dialed in. Well guys, it's been a little bit since I've updated you on the M3 and fitting the new wheels. So we got these 18x11s from Gruppe Wheels, and we finally got these things fitted onto the M3. It was definitely a little bit difficult, and we had to make quite a bit of adjustments, especially to the front, to be able to get everything to fit. But they're officially on the car, they fit really well, and I'm excited to take them to the track here pretty soon. So these are an 18x11 square setup with a +30 offset. In the rear, there's kind of a direct fit. They just need some camber adjustments. And then in the front, we're running a 20mm spacer. You can see it up in here. And this is to clear the Motorsport coils, which are definitely needed if you're going to be running a setup this large. Now, we're also running quite a bit of camber in the front, but this requires quite a bit of work to run this amount of camber and to get this fitment. I'm going to go through everything that we had to do so that you can fit this onto your car as well. So we're headed to the alignment shop and we got everything sort of dialed. And then one of the front SPL arms actually seized up. This is the front thrust arm. So I reached out to SPL. They got me one overnighted, and we were able to head to the shop, get it all thrown back on. So this here is the front thrust arm from SPL. This adjusts the caster, which if you look at the car, the caster is kind of where the wheel sits forward to backward. And it's actually the angle of the suspension and where it's sitting. Now this is really important because when we start messing with all the arms that we need to be able to pull the entire assembly in and kind of mess with the fitment, we needed to adjust the caster, and unfortunately we were not able to because this arm has seized. So normally you just undo these titanium bolts right here, loosen it up, and then you're able to rotate, and it either expands or contracts, adjusting the alignment. Luckily they sent us a new one overnight. We got it to the shop, and we were able to get it onto the car this week before we head to Coda. Now I will say, I think honestly these wheels look really, really good, but they do take a ton of work to be able to fit. And I know it's the same tire size that I've been running before, a 295/35, but running it on an 11-inch wheel, slightly better improvement. It's a little bit better for the sidewalls, but it also kind of pulls the wheel out a little bit because of the way the offsets work. So it's a little bit more difficult to run than those Bimmerworld 10.5s that I have sitting up there. So now I want to share with you guys the alignment specs that I used to be able to get this car kind of dialed in for this fitment. And I know it's obviously going to be a little bit different for every single car out there. Every car is slightly different. If you guys didn't know, the subframes in these cars are not exact. So it's really common in the rear that people notice this. You'll have the exact same camber, everything the same, and the top of the tire looks like it's a little further in on one side than the other. I even have it on my car. I think the driver's side sits a little bit further out, and there's nothing you can do about it other than kind of mess with the arms. But it doesn't really make that big of a deal. So I'm going to show you guys everything that we did to get this thing lined up. So here we have my alignment sheet. So I want to show you guys exactly the setup that we have going on in the car. Might be a little bit hard to read, but we are running about 3.5 to 3.7 degrees of camber in the front, ever so slightly being off. That's really not going to matter. We're running a little bit over 8 degrees of caster. This is kind of where we need to be in order to fit those wheels with a turning radius in the front. And then we're also running 0 toe. So I don't do any toe out in the front. A little bit of toe out will obviously help with turn in, but I kind of prefer to save a little bit of my tires for the street. So I just run 0 toe, and obviously it's pretty solid right there. Then in the rear, we're running about 2.5 to 2.7 degrees of camber. Again, really not that much camber, and we are running about 0.15 degrees of toe in on either side. So this high toe in kind of creates a lot of high speed stability, but obviously you do not want too much toe in, as it creates like a bad steering feel mid corner. So you don't want to go excessive with it. But you do want a little bit. It also helps with turn in under. It also helps with turn in into the corner. So it kind of preloads the rear, ready for it to rotate and come around. But I think everything else on the car is pretty well set up, and I'm definitely excited to drive with this alignment. Just taking it home from the shop last night, it felt really good. So I'm excited to get this car back out to COTA, and hopefully we set some good laps. Unfortunately, it does look like it's going to be raining for almost the full first day. So we are probably going to lose a day of lap times out there, but it's unfortunate because that's not a cheap weekend, and there's only so much more that we can run at COTA. As you guys know, it's going private in 2027. That's all we can do. We're going to go out there. We're going to have a good time. We'll be getting packed up today and heading out there tomorrow. So I want to show you guys how these wheels are absolutely dialed in. If you come here at the front, we do have some pretty aggressive fitment here to the fender liner, but it does fit pretty nicely, I will say. If you kind of look, it's just like right up in there, and it's pretty set. I'm not gonna lie. The fitment's pretty dialed. We don't really have much more room that we can go. Like I mentioned, you guys know we are running about 3.6, 3.7 degrees of camber, which is pretty solid. But that fits really well inside of the wheel well. As you guys know, obviously this other side is about the same. So you guys can look. Clears here pretty nicely. Looks pretty solid in here, but very aggressive. I always love that you can see the tire through these vents. But it fits really well. It doesn't really rub that much at all. At full lock, we do have the ever so slightest rub on the fender liner, but honestly, that's not anything to worry about. I'm super excited that we got these Gruppe wheels on the car. I think they look really, really good. Honestly, I think they're one of the better looking wheels on the car. Sometimes I think the black wheels look a little bit better than the E88s, but I never know. I just love the E88 so much that it's hard to say anything looks better than them, but the black definitely suits the car, and it definitely suits the motorsport vibes. Like I mentioned, I'm going to have a discount code for you guys down below, so if you're looking to get a set of these, they're not on the website, but if you give them a shout and ask for this setup, they'll be more than happy to get it for you. And with my discount code or using the link, you'll be able to get a direct discount on these wheels and save yourself some on a good set of track wheels. They have some other designs. You can get other colors, obviously. And honestly, this fitment is one of the perfect ones to run an 11-inch square setup. So I'm really happy that they have these available for me. And you might see me getting another set in the future just for the other sets of tires that we got. Well, a little bit of a longer install video. This has been almost close to 2 weeks now that I've been trying to mess with these wheels to get them to fit, and been slacking on getting them. It's just a lot of work dialing them in. I got them coated, then I had to go to the alignment shop, then go back, order more parts from the SPL, and finally we got it all set up just in time before we head to the track. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoy the new wheels. I know I sure do, and I'm excited to get them on the track. As always, if you did, please leave a like, leave a comment. I'll see you guys in the next video.